This is starting to feel like learning how to play a musical instrument. It's hard for those of us that aren't good at it. I'm not a natural musician, so it was really hard to learn how to play guitar. Hey, it's Greg here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I repaired the rear flange of the floor pan on my '70s Chevelle that I used the air chisel on to separate the trunk floor from it. If you saw my previous videos where I show that, and it turned out pretty good. It's not perfect, and it's not going to be seen, and obviously it's going to be prepped prior to welding. But anyway, I did a I had actually recorded a bunch of video of me practicing filling holes and stuff with the MIG welder. Yeah, I couldn't even stand watching it when I was editing it, so I'm not even going to include it. So let's jump straight to the action. So I'm in the car welding. I am trying to make the back of the floor pan look a little better after I air chiseled it out, which I still think was the best thing to do since I didn't have access from underneath. And I am going ahead and patching where it pulled through on the spot welds, and it just yanked them out pretty brutally. And I am not planning on spot welding this when I put the trunk floor in. I'm actually just going to weld along the front here. It'd be stronger and no one's going to see it, and this is not a restoration, so I don't really need necessarily to do this, but I figured it also would help me with my welding. So there's a few tips here. One, always check the gauge of the metal before you weld it. I thought this would be like 18 gauge. No, it actually is more like 22 gauge. Yeah, so when I first started, I was blowing holes, and that's because I had the welder set for 18, so I've turned it down to 22 gauge, and it's working fine. Well, yes, the welder's working fine. Me, well, I need practice. And for holes, I'm just trying to fill them in. I've done videos on that, and then I'll go and sand them flat. These pieces I actually made little templates, put under there, used a pen, put them on my piece of metal, and then cut them out with tin snips. Then I'd use a little pair of vice grips to hold them in place to tack them. Did that here, 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 here. Yeah, there was quite a few. And then some of these, like that was a hole, and I did make a little piece to put in it. Same here, because my hole filling was not doing well, and I'll probably do the same right here for these. This one was also a weird shaped hole, and you can see I'm using the vice grips with the copper backing to get that started. And I'm just moving on down the line, and then once I got it all done, I'll come and sand it smooth. Once I have the body back off the frame, then I will go underneath and clean it up from underneath. That's what I'm doing, and yeah, it's several hours of work. It's just really tedious, and my welding sucks, but I'm getting better. So yeah, don't look at that. Those are better. Those are my newer ones. All right, it has been a good 4 hours of actual work. No camera this time. And went through, filled the holes, of course, welded the little patches in, and yeah, I considered actually just cutting it off and welding a new piece in, but I figured this is gonna give me some good practice, so I went with it, and I definitely needed the practice. Right, so after grinding them down, I found a couple that still had some holes, and then of course when I tried to fill the hole without copper behind it, it just wanted to blow through. So I put copper behind it, yay! And just got this little bit on the corner. That's it as far as that needs weld. Man, I should knock that out. I still got to do, I'm probably, yeah, there's a little tiny hole right there actually. I'll have to probably do some touch-up welding once I get it all ground down. But, you know, as the saying goes, the grinder makes the welder. Well, at least on this channel. Okay, I'm stopping. All right, got that welded, not ground down. And I ended up putting the copper piece behind it, just bent it. And that's just a flattened piece of 1/2 inch copper piping. So I can bend it however I want it and then hammer it out when I'm done. I had to put copper behind anywhere where there was a hole, or it would just blow through more. There it is. Hopefully it's filled. Obviously I got to pretty it up, but it should be solid piece again, I believe. Not that anyone will see it. So the flange is looking pretty good. Not that anyone will see it. All right, verse of the video. Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men. So this verse is encouraging us to put our best effort into our work, viewing it as a service to God rather than just a task for others. This is primarily for our work that we get paid for and earn our living for, work for someone else. But, it can apply to all your work, including your project work. All right. I hope this was helpful. If so, please like, comment, subscribe, leave a tip on my coffee page, and God bless.